Australia, the land down under, is experiencing a poker boom ignited by a native son and reigning world champion, Joe Hacham. Melbourne's spectacular Crown Casino plays host to the largest poker tournament in Australian history, boasting a prize pool of more than $3 million, with $1 million going to the winner. Recognized as one of the world's premier tournaments, the event has drawn the biggest names in the game from around the globe to compete with the best from down under and see who'll come out on top in the partypoker.net Aussie Millions. Well, a field of 400 has now been paired to 51. Some are cracking under pressure, some are feeding on it, and others are feeling no pain. Freewheeling at tonight's feature table, a cowboy, Kenna James, defending champion Jamil Dia, and local son and tournament chip leader, Jerry Fitt. It's the partypoker.net Aussie Millions. We welcome you back to the Crown Casino. We are in Melbourne, Australia. I'm Barry Tompkins, alongside world-renowned poker author, talking, of course, about Michael Konik. Here's where we stand right now. Jerry Fitt is the chip leader at our main table. Kenna James dogging him, and Jamil Dia, who has eliminated Phil Ivey right there. Phil Matthews and Kathy Liebert are hanging around. Short stacks, Cairns and Galanis.
And Barry Tompkins, you want to talk about pressure. Every one of our remaining contestants bought in for $10,000. They've been playing for days, and the next two eliminated will walk away with nothing. Everybody who can outlast just two more players will enjoy a healthy payday and be in the running for our enormous first prize.
So does that mean more conservative play?
Well, for the short stacks, certainly. For the big stacks, this is the time when they can take advantage of other people's caution.
James with an ace-6. Gonna get rid of that, or rather the 3-2 is gone, and James with an ace-6 will hang in here.
Galanis, one of our short stacks, finds a pretty good hand.
Call.
First time he's been able to play in a long time.
The blinds are 12 and 2400. James has made it 8,800 to go. That represents a fairly large proportion of Galanis' stack. Not Jerry Fitt.
Gonna fold that hand. Dia calls with an ace-deuce.
Yeah, think about it a minute, Jamil.
No, Jamil did not want to
think about it a minute. Wait, it's 8,800. How much do you get? Yeah, there he goes. Trying just win a $500,000 pot. Now he's trying to pencil whip us for some black.
You said 8,000.
Three players, each with an ace in their hand.
There's another one.
Oh my goodness. Dia has spiked two pair, and he checks it. There's going to be action here, Barry. I mean, everybody has made top pair here. Galanis thinks he has the best kicker, but Dia has made two pair. I don't know how Galanis gets away from this, and it looks like he's stacking off. He's all in.
May as well.
Cool.
Instant call from Jamil Dia. Kenna James will have to fold. And Galanis is going to be heartsick when he sees Jamil Dia's hand.
Well, he knows. Needs some help.
Looking for a jack to stay in this tournament.
And on the turn, a 9. Needs a 4 or a 9 or a jack and does not get it. And Galanis has been eliminated by Jamil Dia. He eliminated Phil Ivey earlier, and now he gets rid of Nick Galanis, who had gone a long way with not a lot. Just did not have a lot of hands to play during the course of the action here. So Jamil Dia doing great on this table. We're going to take outside where Jim Keating is all in against Antonio Esfandiari.
Players like to call this situation a coin flip, but the Jacks, clear favorite. They are even better now. Jim Keating is going to need an ace or a queen.
Didn't get it there.
Well, now he's got a flush draw as well. Ace, queen, or club to stay in the tournament. He gets the ace. Oh, my goodness.
Keating has dodged a big bullet.
Nice hand.
Esfandiari, nice hand. That's all he can say. Back to our main table. And a new player has taken a seat at our main table. He is Billy Sukar. There's Billy. Short stack, though, 18,005. So if he doesn't want it to be a short stay, he's going to have to act quickly.
And nobody wants to be the bubble boy, the person who goes out right. Oh, and he's got the ace-king. He's got to go in with that.
Why not? Seat's not even warm yet. Will he find a taker? Yeah, I think he will.
I mean, Kenna James clearly has to play here. Does he want to re-raise and isolate the all-in player?
50,000.
He does raise.
Same.
Oh,
I had a king.
4-card flush possible.
Yep.
it is. Put some hearts out there. You got any hearts in this stick?
As long as it's not spades. That'd be ugly. That would be ugly.
Red, red, red.
You can make a straight flush.
He's my mate. I can't root against him. Red.
Well,
That's a
it's
rainbow.
mishmash.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to make a flush on this flop, so the pot will be split.
Straight, straight out.
And Mr. Sukar will not have the ignominious bubble position.
Game's on the level, mate.
Kenna takes no prisoners. We go way back. Way back. Takes no prisoners.
Sometimes I clap for myself.
Well, the applause from Kenna James. Want to remind you, the partypoker.net Aussie Millions are brought to you by partypoker.net, the world's largest poker school. We come to you tonight from Melbourne, Australia. It is hot outside, but it is even hotter inside the Crown Casino. And, Michael, it's hot for a very good reason. We are down now to about 50 players. The pretenders are gone. It's serious business now.
Barry Tompkins, you have called a lot of athletic events in your life. You know that phrase, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. And there are a couple of players here in our field who are going to come oh so close to accomplishing their goal and are going to go home with nothing. That is heartbreaking, and it really makes for great human drama. On the other hand, a lot of other players will realize a dream tonight. They will make the money in Australia's most important poker tournament.
Yeah, it's one thing to get there. It's another thing altogether to win it. Let's get to the action. The blinds are now 1,503,000 with a 500 chip ante, so 8,000 in the pot before anything happens.
Short stack, that represents a very large proportion of their chips. For Jerry Fitt,
No race.
Raise.
it is a mere
15,000.
pittance,
Raise to
Drop
15,000.
in the bucket.
which is why he feels comfortable raising to 15,000 with an 8 deuce.
Well, it got Matthews out, who had a better hand. Cairns with a 10-6 suited. He's going to get rid of that. So that's what having a big stack will do. And Fitt's just going to take it down just by that mere raise.
At this stage of the tournament, Barry Tompkins, having a big stack is like being the largest planet in the solar system. You've got this gravitational pull, and all the chips tend to come to you.
And right now, he is Jupiter. What might have set the tone was a hand much earlier in the tournament.
I had a great hand against Barry Greenstein. The flop came Queen 5-9. He bet, I raised. He went all in for about 90,000, I think, and I'm sitting there with Queen 9. So all I can do is push my chips in and see what happens, and he turned over Queen 5. After the game, he sat there and signed a copy of his book for me and gave me a book, which is a great souvenir. I just wondered if any of the other players do that for you.
You would do that for me, would you, Michael?
If I was unfortunate enough to be knocked out of a tournament by you, Barry, you would get a first edition hardcover.
And you know that would never happen, right? Well, Matthews an ace-4, and Matthews has been hanging around here a little bit. Here's a guy who's gone a long way on very little, and you have to think he's going to jump here. And does
No!
All right.
Well, Cairns clearly has decided he's not playing until he's in the money. It's simple as that. Jerry Fitt raises with the ace-3, makes it 15,000 again. And Jamil Dia has plenty of chips to play with. He will call behind him.
Anthony Lieber will throw away the 4-3. Two players. And the flop, a pair.
Wow.
For Dia.
Great flop for Dia.
Yeah. 25.
A straight draw for Jamil Dia and top pair. Jerry Fitt, though, tests the waters with a 25,000 chip bet. Dia calls instantly.
And a 10 of diamonds, which doesn't really help either player.
Check.
Check from Fitt.
Check. Check.
And a check in turn from Dia. And an ace of diamonds, and Fitt catches.
Dia let Fitt see that river card for free.
50,000.
That's 50,000.
And it's going to end up costing him because Jerry Fitt has now made the best hand with a pair of aces and bets 50,000.
Well, that's the way it's been going for Fitt. He's played very aggressively, I think, and very effectively. And I think the same could be said for Jamil Dia, but Fitt's going to win this hand. Dia lets it go, and wisely so. Well, let's get away from our main table for a moment and take you out through some bonus coverage. Jim Keating all in against David Natoli. And Keating has been running in good luck. Got to come from behind here, though.
And he does again. Keating spikes the 9. He's the big leader. Natoli's going to need the 8. One of the 2 remaining 8s. Otherwise, Keating stays in the tournament.
Doesn't get it, and Keating has done it again. Well, Keating in every showdown has come up, pardon the expression, aces. Welcome back, partypoker.net. This is the Aussie Millions. We're in Melbourne, Australia. Barry Tompkins, Michael Konik alongside. We start with 418 players, each putting up $10,000 for the buy-in. The total prize pool is over $3 million with a payout to the top 48 places.
Why? Oh, why can't I?
It's too bad you're not a better singer.
It's too bad you're not a better poker player. You'd have as many chips as I. Huh?
No, I mean, it's good that you're not a better singer, because then you wouldn't be as successful as poker as you are, because you'd be singing for a living instead.
Oh, really?
I got to tell you, you better be careful about insulting somebody's singing. Those are fighting words.
I would do that to you.
10,000. What you said hurt.
You just took it wrong, that's
Right, you
all.
took it wrong.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she was giving you a
I
compliment.
was.
Oh, really?
10,000.
All right. 10,000, huh? All right.
All right, he says.
I mean, it's
Matthew's little
good you
pair.
hope you're not a better singer. That's what I meant.
Still have to go every time I raise.
Going to get rid of that little pair.
Because then you'd be singing and you wouldn't be doing it well.
Karen's, and I think your point is well taken. He's playing for a piece of the pie.
How do you know I wouldn't be doing as well? Maybe I'd be
Like Billy
on
Joel.
Broadway.
The bickering goes on, and we're going to jump away for just a moment, take you to a little bonus coverage. Tony Tremarchi is all in against Steve Hone.
Flipping coins and the pair of 9s. The favorite here. One looking for overcards. And he gets it.
Boy, does he.
Now Tremarchi's looking for one of the 2 red 9s in the deck.
Get it. Hone's still the leader, 1 card to go.
Put a 10 on the other side. Put a 10 on.
Good natured stuff going on here. And Hone's going to win this hand. And that's going to eliminate Tony Tremarchi, who...
So close.
Yep, but yet.
He'll be going home with dinner vouchers.
Back at our main
I
table.
have a cocktail here. What happened to my cocktail? It's tougher to keep a cocktail in here than it is winning a pot. And let me tell you, that's hard.
All of a sudden, the on key has been flipped with Kenna
I am all
James.
in now.
All in?
Yeah.
Sukar will go all in on the ace-3. Again, a situation where he just can't afford to watch too many hands go by.
Sukar only has 5,500 chips left. The blinds are 1,500 and 3,000.
Don't have much of a choice.
He was first to act. It was either
Well,
play
I
that
know
hand
one
or the
thing.
next one.
I've got to
Mr.
call.
Matthews with
You gotta
any
call,
2
you gotta call.
cards has to call here. And he actually has a fairly decent hand. but it almost doesn't matter. Oh, now look at this. Cairns, who has put it into deep freeze,
Yeah, you got the
and
best
he makes the right fold. He does not need to play when Sukar could go out in front of him.
I understand.
This is it.
Good one.
This is for the money.
Let's just hope so.
Sukar and Matthews head up.
Sukar has a 58% chance
So we get around this
of
round.
continuing. Matthews has a 42% chance of finishing in the money right now.
Here we go, the flop. Queen,
And two
deuce,
diamonds.
5.
Yeah, you got a big hand now.
And the 4.
And the 4.
Sukar still the leader.
A 3. I hit a 3.
There's a 3, a little pair.
But still.
Matthews needs a king or an 8.
Good job.
It's not a diamond.
It's not.
You believe
Sukar
that?
You did it?
has doubled
I
up.
somehow done it.
Man.
Thanks, brother.
Well,
Thank you, mate.
this means that
Survive, I'll be the
Sukar
skunk
can
hole,
last perhaps another round, but with the blinds and antes as high as they are, 17,000 doesn't go very far these days.
Not too far, but he'll take it.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? He picks up his next hand goes crack.
So the conversation goes on. Sukar hangs around, and we're coming back. This is the partypoker.net Aussie Millions, and we are coming to you from Melbourne, Australia. We're at the Crown Casino here in Melbourne. Beautiful scene, a beautiful night. It's pretty outstanding card playing going on as well. Before we get you back to our main table, we're going to take you out to one of our outer tables where Mario Di Giacomo is all in against Russell Davies and Charlton Thorne.
And Di Giacomo is, in fact, drawing dead. He cannot win. Though both these other players have active hands, they will. Di Giacomo will be eliminated in 49th place. The heartbreak. So close, but one out of the money.
Exactly. The first 48 places pay, and Di Giacomo, the 49th. He's gone just like that. Meanwhile, back at our main table, a little discussion about where things stand overall right now.
They're breaking the table?
Does that mean are we 48?
Must have lost a player.
Might be 48.
Yeah, they must have lost. They're breaking the table.
Well, let's get it going. We'll play the game we played the other day.
Now you can gamble.
Now we can talk.
Yes! Is that official for sure?
Thank you, brother. Kenna, 6 months I've been playing this game, man. That's about it.
See, it was for me. If it was all for me, I get
Now, all that handshaking, of course, is about what you just spoke of, Michael. All of these players will at least get a little piece of the pie.
Now you can play your big
And
blind.
Karen's strategy of putting it into the deep freeze paid off.
Yes.
He's made it to the money. All these short stacks milking the last of their chips have seen their $10,000 investment double in a matter of minutes.
Well, it's well played. I mean, it's good to be aware of all that kind of stuff. So it just goes to show you got to be aware of more than just what's going on at your table.
Yeah, and now you're going to see a very different speed at this table. It's very liberating to know that you're going to be walking away with a healthy payday as opposed to
Joey,
goose egg.
150,000 when he went broke.
No question about it. Fit with an ace deuce. Matthews not going to have any part of it.
And Mr. Action,
Before the call.
Call.
there he
He
goes.
calls.
I don't, because I was sitting on my table, I didn't really get up.
So Sukar is also involved here.
Check a bit. Check.
4-9 jack, pair of nines for Cairns.
Check.
Check.
Checks around, then another jack.
That's actually a pretty good card for Cairns.
All in for him.
You're a cheeky man, aren't you?
You're a cheeky man.
Different game now.
It is, isn't it? Just had I can breathe.
One card left.
Feel my lungs.
I don't think Fit can call here, and that's it. Cairns back in the game.
How do you like that? Just playing without that burden on his shoulders, all of a sudden, he doubles up.
Unless you were going to hit something.
Everyone has a smile on their face knowing that they have made the money in the Aussie Millions. Barry, to play for 3-4 days with a huge investment on the line and to walk away with nothing, it just knocks the wind out of you. And conversely,
Couldn't swear.
when you know you are actually one of the prize winners, it just sort of lifts you up. You're sort of on this current of happiness. And you know what? Even if you go out the next hand, you're the happiest guy in Melbourne.
Exactly. And what's worse than a close nothing? Well, Karen's going to play this one.
I like this guy.
All in again. Sukar gets rid of that.
How much?
And Kenna James wants to know how much.
I think I'm obligated, but just want to make sure.
James originally raised to 11,000, so Cairns' re-raise is about 20,000 more.
That much?
Not insignificant. And ace-6 is not a really good hand.
Looks like king-queen.
Well, he's close.
But it's king-queen, king-jack, something like that. 20,500?
20,500 more.
Well, he had it.
Well, if Kenna James really thinks that's what Cairns has, he should call here. And we know he's right. But he's not watching our broadcast.
They've run out of tape, so, huh?
This guy, huh? 20 minutes on one street, not even a hand.
The big hand, come on, 400,000
I
hand.
understand.
Why don't you call the clock? Why don't you call the clock?
All right, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, getting 2 to 1, and probably a 3 to 1 dog. This is a nice guy too. I hate to bust him, but I think he's got, I think he's got king queen.
Call. Roll them over, guys.
Very well done. Well
King
done.
King
Yeah. Well read, I'd say, by Kenna James.
So not only did Kenna James get a good price on his call, he had the best hand.
Yep.
I think if he gets these, he'll be asking for another time.
Glad it wasn't
How do you
king
like
queen.
that?
If only Cairns did have the king queen,
Yes.
he'd be sitting pretty. But right now, Kenna James, a 3 to 1 favorite to eliminate Mr. Cairns.
Got to have a king or a jack here.
As many cards.
Doesn't happen.
It's a pleasure playing with you.
So Kenna James being gracious, and Daniel Cairns, you know what? He's going to take that $9,414 that goes with 48th place, and figure he had a pretty good week playing against some of the best poker players in the world. We're coming back.
Welcome to Crown Casino's Aussie Millions, Day 3.
Partypoker.net. These are the Aussie Millions in Melbourne.
Partypoker.net is a great place for the new player, the novice player, to go and try to learn how to play the game.
Well, we have a young guy, not exactly a novice player, but young guy from Alabama, and there he is right there, Shannon Shore, and Shannon playing very well right now. You can see 313,000 plus chips. I imagine Matthews will play this.
I'll make 12,000.
Good prediction.
Boy, his play has gotten looser with the drinks.
Yeah, after that first beer.
Make it 37.5.
Raised to 37,500.
37.5 from Shannon
Music
Shore.
to the ears of Mr. Matthews.
You're not kidding.
He's thinking, play that song again. Are you sure you don't want to
I'm all
raise
in.
even more, young man?
Raised all in.
Matthews going all in.
Raised all in.
And the furrowed brow.
160 more.
50.
It's actually only 105 more, but Mr.
No,
Shore
take it down.
has got to realize his King 10 is no good.
He does.
Good hand, Phil.
Boy, you just love that when you raise with aces and somebody
We wouldn't have
re-raises
been able
you.
to make that bet
That
without
is
the beer.
That's kind of nice.
That's right, if I hadn't had the drink.
Oh,
Beer
Phil
for me,
Matthews is a lot
please.
happier guy now than he was earlier, isn't he?
My ex-wife used to complain about my drinking. That's why
That's why
she's
she's
my
the
ex.
ex-wife.
That's exactly right.
Good lay down.
Just because you're a pain in the ass.
Good lay down. Don't worry about it. I'm going to rob your ass anyway.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, well, don't worry.
Do it.
You put some more money out there and I'll take it too.
Yeah, what's your language? Do you speak Australian?
Don't tell
or
me
what?
about my language. Listen, I don't need to listen to you give me any lectures about language. All right?
You're a captain.
You know
Excuse me, guys. There's 3 minutes left.
Call it or fold.
I would have dropped.
Don't point your finger at me. Get your finger out of my face.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Gentlemen, the next word I hear like that is an automatic penalty. And I am just hearing what you said. And Dr. Wiz, I want you to calm down too. I want you to calm down. It's an automatic penalty. Thank you. Let's continue on.
Poker, the gentleman's game.
Right now.
And back to happier times. We thank you for joining us for that unscheduled cabaret.
All in.
Raised all in.
Sukar all in with that ace-queen. Not much against him.
And at this point, I think Sukar is quite happy to just pick up the blinds and antes.
No question.
That's a nice, healthy,
Trying to get you to 36.
7,000 chip pickup.
You know, it's interesting. Since Sukar sat down at the table, the whole table's gotten a lot looser. Much more conversation, much more smiling.
Come and help me out.
Well, I actually think that can be because of his personality, but I think it's even more so that because now everybody knows they're getting a payday, and that's the biggest relaxer there is.
So Sukar ace-queen against Matthews 8-7 here.
Can't imagine that Matthews actually wants to call.
I'll let you go.
I didn't want you to let me go.
No, I know that. You definitely don't. If you saw
go.
my hand, you'd really want me to play.
Well, a little advice for Sukar. If you want to get him involved, just point at him.
Yeah, that's the
You got to consider if he does double him up. The next time, he's going to be even more.
I already doubled him up once. I did that just so he can stay alive.
Phil, you're a good man, Phil. I'll get you a beer downstairs later.
Don't worry, I'll drink it too.
Guaranteed.
Well, the bottom line is Sukar is the winner of that hand. We're coming back. Welcome back to Melbourne, Australia, and the partypoker.net Aussie Millions are brought to you in part by partypoker.net, the world's largest poker school. Look across the Yarra River at the city of Melbourne. Meanwhile, at our main table, Billy Sukar just won a moment ago. Young players making their mark here. Dia's been very quiet of late. Won't play this hand either.
Phil Matthews with big slick will raise it up. 4 times the big blind, makes it 12,000.
I'm all in.
And that happens to be just about what Sukar has with his pair of sevens. I think he may have made a small raise,
This
which,
time I'm blank.
whatever it is, Matthews is going to play.
This time he's playing, he says.
It's just us, isn't it?
Am I a chance? Am I a chance? Ah, nah.
No.
You're in front. All right. Let's hope that this dealer does it.
This
really
is one time I'm not pulling for you.
Yeah, you're right. I can see 2 sevens coming on the flop.
I'm pulling for you, Billy.
Thanks, Kenna.
7
What about you guys? Just pulling for me?
I think sevens are going to
Come on,
If you give him a 7, make sure it's a spade.
Newsflash, it doesn't matter who's pulling for you. It matters what the dealer puts out there.
Well, there's not much out there.
Ace, king, queen.
No queen, no king, no ace, or 7.
Sukar increases his lead.
Ace, king.
Matthews looking for ace, king, or queen.
Jack. Yeah.
The river, we got it.
Nice hand.
Thanks, Phil.
Nice
So
hand.
Sukar has doubled up here.
Surviving. Surviving.
Hey, you're known as the filibuster.
Yeah.
Buster.
I'm his personal pigeon.
No.
The filibuster. You'd go over big in Washington.
Why is that?
You're the filibuster.
The filibuster.
Doesn't know what it means.
Don't know what it means exactly.
Well, I don't know what it means either, but I heard it on the news once or twice.
It means when people cannot stop talking.
Yes. So you should know what it means, right?
You know, joking aside, Billy Sukar nursed that little stack from, he was down to 5,500. He's now up to 35,000. And should he be fortunate enough to double through again, he's back in the ball game with 70,000 chips.
Absolutely. King 10 for Matthews. He'll play.
Whoa. Not this time, Phil. Oh, thank you.
So far, there has been no raising, so it would only cost Fit another 1,500 to smooth call from the small blind. And Shore says, all right, run him. We got 4 players.
4 to the flop, and not much to choose between any of them. And on the flop, 8-9 king. So Fit has caught 2 pair.
Matthews has top pair, and he better be careful. Remember, an unraised pot, multiple players, anyone can have anything, and so that top pair isn't as strong as it might seem in a typical hand.
Now we'll see what Fit does.
I sure like a raise here, Barry. Straight draws out there, flush draws out there. You got to protect that 2 pair, and Fit is going to raise.
Yep. And that gets 1 player out.
Kenna James with bottom pair is going to have to fold. Now Matthews with his top pair is looking at a 40,000 chip raise. Again, it's easy to fall in love with top pair and an okay kicker, but Matthews reads the situation correctly and gets out of the way.
Yeah, well folded, I think, by Matthews. So Jerry Fit will win this one. We're going to jump away. We're coming back to Melbourne after this. Well, it was January of 2006 when we were in Melbourne for the Aussie Millions, and a lot more to do in Melbourne, Australia than show your face at the Crown Casino. You can take a break from the action and perhaps indulge in a fine shopping experience in Melbourne. The Crown Towers, which offer some of the best-known luxury labels in the world. If it's high fashion that you desire, Crown Towers will keep you satisfied. Names like Prada, Versace, Louis Vuitton, and Burberry. High fashion meets cutting-edge design in this shopping haven. The place in Melbourne for those who love to shop. Crown delivers a shopping experience unequaled in the Southern Hemisphere. I saw you with all those bags.
Can you say fabulous?
Fabulous.
This is my second home, you know, Australia.
Crown Towers makes
she lives here.
Rodeo Drive look like an alleyway.
Well, no, she's from Brisbane. So we come down under every year.
Leave her with an ace-7 now, and she'll play this. She's been hanging around for a long time. Hasn't really had great hands.
Makes it 12,000 to go.
Well, there's Fit again.
No,
he's got position and the best hand. A nice combination.
Just the time I tell him
Dia has been very quiet lately.
He gets a slight discount. If he chooses to call, it will only cost him 9,000.
3 players.
And he does.
Ace would be the magic card here.
Doesn't happen. 4-6 Jack. Pair for Fit.
Now Fit makes top pair. Regrettably for him, though, there's really nothing out there for his opponents to get interested in. And if he bets here, unless somebody wants to pull a very bold bluff, I don't see Jerry Fit earning much out of this nice flop. Dia right now knows all he can beat is a bluff.
Yep, so he gets out of the way. See what Lieber does. Throws it away, Fit wins.
You're a monster, Jerry.
You're a monster.
You're a monster, says Jamil Dia. Fit has been very consistent. Bonus card. Stanton is all in against Steve Hone.
And Stanton's in a world of trouble. They both have kings in their hands, but Hone's ace dominates Stanton's 10. Hone a 3-1 favorite.
5 and a pair of 9s. Stanton doesn't like it. Nice look, though, I think.
Got the rally cap going.
And 7 on the turn.
Down to a 10. That's it.
Well, that'll be it for Stanton. Mick Stanton can maybe go buy some new clothes now at the shopping center. What do you think? Back at the main table. Everybody gets paid from this point out, so it eases the pain of being eliminated a little bit. Lieber and ace deuce.
And the Crown Towers are conveniently located right outside the casino.
Raise 12,000.
Cigar, let's at 9-6 go.
And call 2 players.
Sure, the drunk
Players James and Matthews. James and Jack 9, Matthews, a little pair.
I'm going to steal his drink. That's the only way I'm going to get one.
50-50. Perfect coin flip hand. Well, not anymore.
No, it's not.
And, you know, when you're holding a little pair of threes, everything the dealer puts out generally tends to be overcards. And when you're out of position with that little pair, it's real hard to continue after the flop if you don't improve to a set.
22.
22, says Kenna James.
Now, even if Matthews thought James was bluffing with an ace rag or something,
I flopped you.
It's really difficult to continue.
Had a big pair.
That Barry,
Actually, it wasn't very big.
no, it was very small actually, and that is the problem with playing those little pairs in early position.
And the operable words from Phil Matthews. Yep, I give up. We're coming back. Partypoker.net. These are the Aussie Millions, and we are in Melbourne, Australia. Barry Tompkins, Konik here to tell you all about it. It's been pretty intense competition as we take it to an outer table where Tony Bloom is all in against Gary Benson.
A former champion of the Aussie Millions is Tony Bloom, and he is on the ropes. He'll need a jack or a 10.
And he gets a queen. And so Benson will eliminate the former champion. Tony Bloom played pretty well. He'll get a payday, but 43rd place, a long way from where he was just a couple of years ago. Meanwhile, back on the main table.
Jennifer Tilly said that the beds are the most comfortable at the Borgata, so they sent her a bed. Give her a bed.
Who said that?
Jennifer Tilly. She said that the beds are the most comfortable.
Yeah, and so they arranged for her to have a bed here?
No, they sent her a bed.
They sent her a bed for her house.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
The only problem she's got to sleep with Phil Locke.
She doesn't have to. She chooses to.
I don't care what bed you're in.
Little inside humor going on here.
Raise 15,000.
The other players having a wee laugh about one of poker's high-profile couples. Meanwhile, Jerry Fitt has called, and Jamil Dia has raised it up to 15,000. So now it's going to cost Fitt another 12,000 to see the flop. And he says, I've got that spare change lying around.
Absolutely. Pocket change. Close encounter here. Fitt the slight favorite. And the flop, and he catches a pair.
Check.
Check.
15,000.
And I think that check is meant to entice Dia on the button. Fitt looks to me like he's trying to trap Dia.
Call.
Four does nothing for anybody.
Check.
40,000.
40,000.
40,000 from Dia.
Sorry, mate.
Now does Fitt think twice? Maybe my trap has backfired? Or was this his plan all along? We're about to find out. If it was his plan, it worked perfectly because Dia has now committed 55,000 after the flop. 15 on the flop and another 49 on the turn. Right. There's a raise.
Yes.
So Fitt was looking to check raise Dia, and it worked.
And now it falls back on Dia.
100,000 to call. Barry Dia has no flush draw. He has a straight draw with a mere 5, and he's got to suspect now, even if he was lucky enough to spike a king,
do this to me every
it's not
time?
going to be any good. I don't see how Dia calls here.
Well, he's taking a long time to decide, and it looks for all the world as though he is.
I mean, one option is to re-raise here, and that would be bold.
We didn't raise. It's just cool. Forget tools.
1 minute, Jamil.
And frankly, I think this is a little bit
10-second countdown
of putting on a show right now. I think Dia knows he's going to fold, but he does not want to basically admit to the table that he was bluffing from the button.
Well, of course, the last time he took this kind of time, he made a gutsy call and eliminated Phil Ivey. It'll take more this time.
Well, here he has merely a king high. I just don't see him calling.
10 seconds.
Clock is ticking. 10 seconds.
5. 4. 3.
Throws it away this time. And again, it's the right call. Now,
but you're going to call again like last time.
Good on you, man. Do it every time, man. Do it. You will be caught one time, don't worry.
Well,
I'll show you.
Without being self-congratulatory,
do it every time, man.
Yeah, I think my theory was correct. Dia put on a show. Now he's acting like he folded a big hand. He's trying to set up Fit for a future confrontation.
I think that's probably right, but you know what? I think Fit will take it. Thank you very much. Meantime, bonus coverage. Jim Keating is going to be all in here against Lee Nelson. Keating has dodged a bullet how many times? He's going to have to dodge another one. Ace 3-9.
No help. Keating looking for a king.
Another ace.
One card to go. That's it.
It is a 5, and this time Keating can't do it. Nelson has eliminated Jim Keating, so Nelson will be around as the numbers begin to dwindle. Jim Keating will finish in 42nd place. 41 players remain. We started with 400. That's a wrap for us for this session. For my partner, Michael Konik, I'm Barry Tompkins. See you next time on the Aussie Millions.